Easy work for Shakur. Made Lopez look
like an amateur.
I don't think Shakur Stevenson can be beat.
He looked like, in a way, looks after a fight like he's just warmed up.
Pound for pound, number one, possibly now.
I think you have to do a bit more than Teo to get to number one.
Usyk and Stevenson, for me, are just a class above. I ain't seen a fighter like them in years.
The fight I'd like to see is Loma in his prime versus Shakur.
Who's Usyk fight next?
Nobody.
Tyson Fury at Wembley.
Welcome back to BoxCast. In this episode, we're looking at the Ring 6 event that took place on January the 31st, 2026. Headlined by Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson for the WBO junior welterweight belt and the ring belt. And then there's a few other interesting fights on there and a few other costume or wardrobe issues, which we'll get onto later. But yeah, let's start with the main event, Simon. Teofimo versus Shakur. Shakur stepping up. Shakur was a 3-weight world champion, stepping up to his next weight, so super lightweight, where Teofimo was the ring champion and the WBO champion. So obviously he's the more natural. He's been super lightweight for a while. Shakur was stepping up. What did you think? Was it pretty much what? Well, it was more one-sided, I think, than we expected.
It's easy work for Shakur.
Yeah.
Made Lopez look
like an amateur.
Slow. I want to say Lopez disappointed me, but he didn't. It was just that Shakur was that good.
Yeah.
His jab was his jab just controlled everything.
Did it surprise you though the damage he did to his face though? Because you expect him to. I expected the defensive work, and we know he's a master. He's the best. He's arguably the best defensive boxer there is.
I think Shakur in his last fight, he's always had issues with his hands.
Yeah,
and I think his last fight he come out of it and his hands were still fine.
So he's got that confidence.
So I think he's got a bit of confidence to throw a bit more with
a bit more venom and a snap. Yeah. Well, his jab definitely had some snap.
Oh, his jab's
fantastic,
unbelievable.
I mean, we know he's accurate and we know his defense is brilliant, but it was the snap and he wasn't he wasn't on the back foot as much as I expected.
Didn't need to be, because that jab was just all he was doing. He'd thrown the jab and Lopez had set himself, and before he'd have time to think, right,
the jab's in the face or the body.
And then he's got to reset himself, so he was just never
by the time reset himself, he's hit again.
I mean, Lopez's corner were like, show me the power, throw some punches. He's just like, he can't.
Yeah. It's not even about power. You just needed to touch him. And he didn't. I think there's some criticism of the corners, especially as far as like comments. But I mean, I think in that moment, there's not really much you can do. You're just outclassed.
You've just got to take your hat off and go, do you know what? He's the better man.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I don't think Shakur Stevenson can be beat.
Bold claim.
I just don't.
I don't think it's that far from the truth, to be honest.
I don't think he can be beat.
I think the only way is if you get somebody, if he goes up too many weight class and somebody catches him. But I think
he's going to go back down. He could go back down and wait.
I think at this weight, up to this weight, I don't think.
There's just no one that goes near him.
Yeah.
Not
literally
yet.
Doesn't get near him. He don't touch him. He looked like, what's his name? In a way, looks after a fight like he's just warmed up. And Teofimo had their cut and the bruises and everything else. Yeah. I mean, it was a masterclass of performance.
Pound for pound, number one, possibly now.
I think you have to do a bit more than Teo to get to number one.
The
problem is, isn't it? People do it on the last fight. But you remember what the other people had epic fights. So you still got Usyk and in a way and Bam. But I think he's nearly.
I'm just going off skill alone. I just think he's.
Well, we've said this. Like I said, I think I said on the build-up, isn't it? Even before we started his channel now, which is quite a while ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago when we were talking about it. I think you said at some point that he's probably the most skillful. It was lightweight.
Yeah.
He's probably the most skillful lightweight there, and he hadn't actually fought that many people there. He'd just come up from his low weight classes. So now he's a 4-weight world champion,
exactly,
an elite club.
Me, it's just, and he ain't got out of second gear for any fight.
Well, I seen Tim Bradley's thing, and he's like, "Yeah, that's not even the best Shakur."
No.
You're like,
I give him every single round.
well, do you know what it is? On this one, I was happy. All the judges had the same scorecard,
Yeah.
and it's correct.
109,
119, because it was so obvious.
So easy to score.
Yeah.
I think I give
I think I give Lopez one round. Well, I think there was one round where he had, let me just see if I scored it. Yeah. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 8th round, I think we gave him the round because basically Shakur took it off and then he just come back on again. And I think that's 119, 109. That's my scorecard. And basically all of them.
He was just his jab, his footwork, his speed.
I think he said in his interview in the second round, he realised I've won.
Yeah. Just
and I don't even think it's like, I know we give shade to Lopez quite a lot, or I do at least, but I want to say in this, I don't think there was anything he could do. It's just Shakur was that good. I don't think it was Teo having an off light. I think Teo was on it. I think it's just Shakur is that good.
I'm going to say this. I reckon Stevenson could have put one hand behind his back and beat him.
Probably.
Just with that jab.
I think that's Shakur's best performance though. Probably with Zepeda's. I think the Zepeda one has given him a lot of confidence. Well, Zepeda did better than Teo. But Zepeda's just got an epic work rate, hasn't he?
It's because Teo's got the name, hasn't he? You know, maybe Teo was tired for all the dancing he did on the stage the day before.
Well, yeah, I think his dad was tired. That's why he was giving those rubbish comments and the rubbish advice in the corner. Well, he bounced up to the ring as well, isn't it?
I don't know where...
You got to give it to him. He is entertaining.
Yeah, I don't know where Teo goes from here now, you know.
That's probably the bit... Well, can we just do the predictions just because I got one right? So it's like... you had Shakur by knockout in the 11th, which I think, to be honest, if Shakur put it on him...
He could have done.
He could have done. I just don't think that wasn't the game plan. Yeah, and I had Shakur on points, so we both had Shakur. I mean, I think he was the favourite and the thing, so it wasn't like...
Yeah, I mean, Shakur do what he wants now, can't he?
Mm.
Teo, don't know, does he move up in weight?
Yeah, I don't know what he said. I missed the interview with him, but I think, yeah. But the thing is this, even in 147, let me just bring up welterweight.
He'd get some big fights at 147 Teo, to be fair.
He's still got the name, because I think you got to be fair. Like, I don't think he's diminished that much. It's just that Shakur's gone up. But like we've said, I don't think Teofimo's as good as what he's rated or what they think him and his dad think he is. I think he's a bit overrated because there's wins on his resume that aren't really wins. So, but then he has pulled out good performances against Josh Taylor.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. Does it?
I think he's got a good level, but he's just not at Shakur is a different level.
I think we said it in the preview one. Is it? He has to be like mentally 100% up for it.
But I think he was in this.
I don't know.
I just think Shakur was that good, took it away from him. And I think he's basically realised I can't touch this guy. To be fair, but he did get it on in round 8. He kept going. He didn't give up. It wasn't like where all the way to the end, he kept trying to do it, trying to do something. He just couldn't because Shakur was that good. I don't think it's Teo disappointing. I think it's Shakur.
Shakur is that good. Like you say, for me.
And I think that's where the credit should be. And to be honest,
Shakur goes down as...
You've got to give Teo credit for taking on Shakur. Because a lot of people have been avoiding Shakur. So there are a lot of big fights, they haven't.
Like say, for me, Shakur goes straight up in that pound for pound list in the top 4.
I'd have him 4th. Behind Usyk, Inoue and Bam Bam. I think he'd be number 4 now. But you got to remember that Bivol's in there, isn't it? So it's like hard to. Just think. But I think because he's a 4-weight world champion, I think he goes in there.
He's near on better than all of them.
But Bam, Inoue and Usyk. I think he's in that class. I think he's probably in that group of four now.
Skill-wise, he's better than that. Definitely.
Defensive skill, not offensive. They've also got offensive punch. All of them. They've all got a knockout power.
Yeah.
Even Usyk's shown that in, against people way bigger.
Pound for pound, I don't think they'd land a punch on Stevenson. Any of them.
He's the best defensive boxer.
Just don't think any of them would land a punch on him.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it.
I can't really argue that. Like I said, he's the best defensive boxer.
Usyk, for me, I ain't seen a boxer like that in a long time.
Well, the thing for me, the balance between both, I think, between power and offense and defense, I think Inoue and Bam Bam are both in that category. That because they get lots of knockouts and the hard hitters, but like Inoue's shown against Ahmed Aliyev and co that they don't get hit. And then he takes on people at their own game. Usyk, the size difference.
Usyk and Stevenson, for me, are just a class above. I ain't seen a fighter like them in years. I don't think there's a fighter in the last 20 years in them weight divisions that would beat Stevenson. From featherweight up to
Crawford. I think Crawford beats Shakur. I think Shakur would say that as well. I think Crawford's better. The balance of things, isn't it?
Crawford ain't as quick as Stevenson.
Yeah, but he always works out the thing. His timing is against even quicker or
not for me. I
fighters.
think Stevenson.
And I think he's got more pop. Although, to be fair, I think he's bigger than this weight. He's not really. This weight is better weight to sire up.
I just don't. I can't remember a fighter in the last, like I say, 20 years around them weight divisions that have beat.
The fight
Stevenson.
I'd like to have seen is Loma in his prime versus Shakur. Now, that would have been a good fight.
I think Stevenson jabs just takes care of Loma pretty easily.
I think Loma's got enough tricks to get around.
Not quick enough.
I think in the prime, I think he was. So older, I think maybe, but even there, he's got what I mean. The thing is, Loma is a bit smaller though, because like Shakur didn't look out of weight as super lightweight. I think if it was Loma, it'd be lightweight or fight. Yeah, that would have been a good fight. But I think between them, they're the two best lightweights in the last bit of time.
Like I say, to 15, 20 years, it's just they're unbelievable.
But then
he is unbelievable. I hate saying it. I'm not a massive fan of his, but his boxing skills are just absolutely phenomenal.
On skill level, I've always been a fan, but I think it's a bit. Sometimes the fights have been a little bit.
Yeah, he's boring. He is boring as
not
hell.
Just from because it's not like boring just because it's slow. It's boring because he's that good that he makes everybody else look a little bit like.
But like I say, I think.
But this was a good fight. This was still.
You put him
because Teo kept going.
He's got more levels. He has got more levels, which is
I definitely
scary.
think there's some more gears there. Yeah,
really scary.
But there's good fighters. They're super lightweight.
Who's going to want to fight him?
Nobody. Well, that's why I said I'll give credit to Teo. But whatever we say about Teo, he still took the risk of fighting him and even being the underdog.
In that weight division, I can't see anyone fighting Shakur.
Well, I think they will now because it's a payday. Well, they've hinted at there's Richardson Hitchens.
He'd fancy his chances against him.
And Dalton Smith is there as well, isn't it? You've got champion.
Dalton Smith hasn't got the style for Stevenson.
Oh, I don't think Dalton beats him. There's Gary Antoine Russell again. I don't think so. I think Richardson Hitchens is the closest. Although, again, I think Shakur beats him.
Tough.
Because Richardson Hitchens is quite big at that weight.
I'd like to see Richardson Hitchens Stevens. Shakur. That'd be a good fight.
Well, it's which weight he stays at, and if he stays there or he goes down. Because down you've got we don't know what our man Mr. Tank Davis is doing, but that's the obvious fight, a lightweight, because they're the two who are rated, isn't it?
About Tank Davis, I think,
Muratalla went up in the rankings now. I think I wouldn't have said so, but his fight against Cruz, and obviously we didn't do the after video.
The thing with Shakur is he wants greatness.
I think there's big names in both. Then there's other fighters, but I think they're up and coming. They're not going to do.
Yeah, he wants greatness.
I think there's some good fights there though. Richards and Hitchens is probably the better of the lot. Well, he's number one.
Do you know what Shakur might do? Is he might have a little play at moving up in weight, see how he feels.
Well, he was calling out Conor Benn, although I think that's just for playfulness.
Conor Benn was calling them out.
Yeah, Conor Benn called everybody out. Let's be fair.
Look, I really like Conor Benn, but he needs to shut up.
Well, I think they're just trying to get a fight, aren't they? To build it up. So it's a bit of like entertainment.
That was Shakur's night. It was a bit like Dubois with Usyk. Shut up.
Well, the problem with Conor Benn and Shakur is I don't think Shakur's going to go. He could win at the weight, but like obviously he's a big 147 because he's fought at higher weights.
Conor Benn just
Haney and Co are all that huge, aren't they? So
Conor Benn,
I think you've got an aim to
just shut up now and let your boxing do the talking.
Yeah, you pulled a big audience twice. So.
You're trying to steal the limelight from Shakur, and it was a bit embarrassing. To be honest, it really, really was a bit embarrassing, and you're starting to get to that point where you're looking a bit embarrassing now, and you're giving those British. British
I think he's got to stick up welterweight fighters, isn't it? Pick one of them up because that's what he's saying. And welter or super welterweight.
Yeah, and he's not achieved nothing. Conor Benn to start gobbing off.
You haven't got any straps, like
you beat Chris Eubank Jr.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. You've got a wealth of talent in your division.
You don't need to be calling out, the smaller.
I don't think you've beat the top 10 yet.
Yeah.
So just shut up and concentrate.
Well, super lightweight, if he's doing 154, is obviously, we've said, it's a super stacked division. And you got welterweight is stacked as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so he just needs to shut up.
There's plenty of people there.
And get on with that.
To fight. And welterweight is probably the one where he's got more opportunity to get a world title. So, playing that division. I don't think Shakur should go up yet, and I think there's plenty to do in both super lightweight and lightweight.
I think what Shakur said was, I'll move up, but there's a rehydration clause.
Yeah. And that soon shut Conor Benn up.
Exactly. So, just shut up.
Yeah, okay.
It was a great performance from Shakur.
So he's where is he in your pound then? Number 1, number 2, 3, 4. I'd put him 4th. I think he's basically.
I think you go on like the most recent performances, don't you? So if you did that.
But Teo wasn't in the list of pound for pound rankings, is he? Well, let me just bring it up.
4-weight world champion.
Yeah.
Comfortable. Maybe needs 1 or 2 more huge names.
I think he needs to do a little bit more.
Usyk's still number 1.
Yeah.
But he's definitely in the top 4.
Yeah, I'd have him 4th. So let's just see what it is, the current updated one. Yeah, because you got Usyk, in a way, Bam Rodriguez, Bivol, Beterbiev, Nakatani, Shakur's number 7, Benavidez, Haney, and Oscar Collazo.
I mean, that's a stupid pound for pound list.
I think now I'd move him above Nakatani. So he's definitely 6th, and I'd probably have him 4th.
Who else was on it? Benavidez?
Benavidez is 8th, he's below him.
No, he's not in the top 10.
Well, I wouldn't have Haney in there. So I probably would sneak Benavidez, but probably like 10th. I think Shakur should be above Nakatani. 6th or 4th. Depends where you put Bivol and Beterbiev, because obviously they haven't fought for a bit.
Beterbiev in there, though? You're going off,
you've only lost to Bivol. You've only lost a pound for pound contender.
You go on your last performance, you got beat.
But he was like hired, isn't it? So they've just basically him and Bivol have just swapped. But like if you look at the level of their fight, I don't think the others are better than them. Shakur's the only one I probably now, but I think maybe a little bit more. Then he's 4th on that list. In that, and then he's in that like the top category, which is Usyk, in a way, Bam, and then I think Shakur could be in there. And then you've got the second list, which is Bivol and Beterbiev in their own, and then then probably Nakatani, depending on what they've got to do. Collazo, I'd probably have in. Benavidez, Haney is probably the one I'd take out.
Mate, Dalton Smith should be in the top 4.
No, not yet. For epic performance, yes.
Exactly. Dalton Smith's right up there.
But
Well
all right,
done.
next fight anyway. So anything else to say on that? I think, yeah, just epic. So we've said Shakur can do anything. Teo, what do you think he can do?
Teo can still get. I say, where's he go?
Teo's
from
still
here?
a name,
He
isn't it?
can
But I
still
think,
get huge names. To be fair,
and if Shakur drops back down, he's got the chance to stay in there. So yeah, let us know in the comments what you think. Like and subscribe as usual. Let us know what you think. Where does Teo go from here? What do you think of Shakur, and where should he stand on the pound for pound list? And we will move on to the next fight. Keyshawn Davis versus Jamaine Ortiz. This was a really good fight as well. This was a really good card, to be fair. The only problem is Adama's dropping out, but unfortunate. And it would have been epic, I think. But yeah.
Good win for Keyshawn. Hard.
Well, I don't think Ortiz has been taken out before, has he? He's a tough. He's been beaten, but he's very tough fight. Horrible. Even in this, he was getting back.
He's just a horrible fight. He's hard to look good against.
But I would say, I think Keyshawn Davis did look good in this. There's bits where Ortiz got on top, but I think, yeah. And then getting him out of there in the 12th round when it was only like 30 seconds or whatever it was left.
Yeah.
Is...
big fan of Keyshawn.
Yeah. I think he's realised he's made his... we did tell him off a little bit when he didn't make weight, but I think there was some issues going on at the time, personal issues, which seemed to be, taken up. But I think it was also too low weight. I think he looks good at this weight. And I think he's actually looking at going up. And with his pop, you could see him do that, isn't it? So this was a super lightweight as well. I think he's probably more like welterweight style, isn't it?
Mate, I've thrown him in. Teo next.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say the other fight would be getting Teo's comeback. I think Davis probably knocks Teo out. But yeah. This was a good performance, isn't it? Good fight all the way along. Let's see where he is in the rankings. Super lightweight.
Be about third now.
Super lightweight. He's not actually in. He's the...
Well, that was his first fight.
It's the first fight of the weight, isn't it? Because like I said, it was...
Yeah, I'd throw him in there, top 5 though.
And it's been a little bit... Well, he's number 1 contender for WBO. He's not on the list for IBF as far as I can see.
Yeah, the IBF's strange.
Yeah. He's probably not been put on the list yet because he's only just come up, isn't it? So, but he's not going to fight. He's not going to fight Shakur because that's his bro.
Shakur, Dalton Smith, Richard Hitchens, Lopez, Barbosa Jr., Adam Azim.
So other than a Shakur, who ain't going to fight,
Matisse, you'd still put him there.
Yeah. So,
Isaac Cruz.
Yeah.
Sadly, Puello.
Gary Antoine Russell, have you said? Yeah.
Is he in that division?
Yeah. He's a world champion. He's the WBA champion. Oscar Duarte as well. And then there's a few. Sander Martin, although he's a bit...
I think there's a good top 10 there.
Oh, there's a lot of fighters in that. It's a big... I mean, the only one he ain't going to fight, and the bros anyway, they're not going to fight is Shakur, unless they were undisputing or whatever. So I don't think that fight they're going to fight each other. So everybody else for Keyshawn is a good fight.
Hitchens is I think, a bogeyman in that division.
Yeah.
He's a good fighter,
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of good fighters in this, isn't it? I think you got Hitchens, Puello's a good fighter. Barbosa Jr., Russell, Sander Martin is, Dalton Smith, obviously now, Azim is in there, Adam Azim. You've got a load. And Subriel Matias still is a tough fight for anybody.
I'd like to see Dalton Smith take on one of these big boys. Dalton Smith already has taken out one of the big boys.
Well, he did that to win the belt, isn't it?
Don't take another one out. Because imagine like Dalton Smith goes and smashes Richardson Hitchens in.
Well, any of them.
He becomes like...
Which one would you take, though? I think Gary Antoine Russell would be the one I would have. I think Hitchens, the problem is Hitchens' boxing is high level, isn't it? So that would be a tougher fight, I think, for Dalton Smith. Because it's a completely Richards and Hitchens completely different fight from Subriel Matias. Because there he basically stood toe to toe with the monster and came out on top.
But the one thing that
high level boxing,
Dalton
isn't it?
Smith has,
he's got boxing skills, so
he's
it's going
got
to be high
boxing
level
skills,
boxing.
but he's got that equaliser.
Yeah.
Which is proven that he's got that equaliser.
Yeah, well, it's no mean feat taking out Matias. But I think Hitchens has got power as well. It's just that, but they're both like chess player boxers rather than
tough division, great division.
Mm-hmm. There's plenty of fights there, isn't
Yeah.
there? The only one you don't want to fight is Shakur because you're going to lose.
Keyshawn, no, I think
Keyshawn's got a lot of fights there as well.
Yeah, Keyshawn
Dalton. Because you can imagine if Dalton beat Keyshawn, how then you're in the really big. Then you fight a Shakur. Then it's big boy territory. But if I was Dalton, I'd probably go for like Antoine Russell or somebody.
If I was Dalton Smith, actually, good fight for him now.
Go on.
Would be Lopez.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. We forgot about him. Innit? He's not even on the list yet. Teo.
Dalton Smith, Teo.
Because Teo's then fighting for a world title, so it's
straight back for a world title,
and it's still big,
huge name.
Yeah.
And then Shakur is going to be like, hold on.
Yeah.
And then that's
well, if he sticks around in the division, yeah. If he doesn't, then I think Keyshawn is probably the one who's going to go for it. And then you've got the other fight. There's loads of big fights in there.
There's so many. You could.
So I think that's a good call, though.
Put them all in a hat and draw them out.
Well, I like the Dalton Swift Teo fight. But
Keyshawn, Richardson, Hitchinson could be another good one.
Yeah.
I'll throw Keyshawn in with some like Barbosa Jr.
Yeah.
That's a good fight.
I think Keyshawn needs to fight like
that's his first fight.
Boxer.
A first fight at that weight, isn't it?
Well, Ortiz is a really tough test, but Ortiz is both, isn't he? He's awkward and
he's horrible.
He's like a good measure that you belong.
He's horrible.
So we now know that Keyshawn belongs. But I think like a Barbosa Jr. is a good fight because he's a boxer. And if you can get past him, like the frustration of hitting a boxer and things, then I think. And then maybe Keyshawn Teo or Dalton Smith Teo, they both sound good to me.
Yeah, let's get some big fights.
Apuelo is a good fight because that's another boxer.
You might find all of these will be on the next Riyadh card. Yeah. In not the next one, but say the one in like September or December.
Well, this division's stacked. Yeah, you can make good fights. Okay, all right, let's move on. So let us know your thoughts on Keyshawn taking out Ortiz. What you think Keyshawn should do next. What you thought of the performance. The next fight, Shushu Carrington, Bruce Carrington versus Castro.
Oh, Mr. Bruce
Carlos Castro. This was a good fight. And Castro's tough guy. He brought it to him as well. He rocked him as well for a little bit. Well, buzzed him.
Yeah, it was like right on the top of the head, wasn't it?
He caught him a bit, isn't it? I thought Shushu's defense was normally better, but I think Castro is that like... wait a minute. We didn't do the results for Keyshawn. We both had Keyshawn to win by KO. You had round 8 and 9. So we were right. We were just... we were a bit too early. And Shushu... What did we have for this? I had 8th round KO. You had 7th round KO. So we were out by a round. It was 9th round KO. So it's not too bad. The results are not bad. This was a really good fight though. But I think he's still got a bit to do, Shushu, because he's calling out Inoue and other people. Inoue's not coming up there, but I think he's got the power and he's obviously got skills and a bit of fight as well because obviously got buzzed and carried on. But I think you need to fight other people. There's other tough people in this division, isn't it? So, you've got like your Espinosas, your Leos, your Balls. Nick Ball's fighting at the weekend. If he beats Brandon Figueroa, Shushu Ball?
No.
Unification? Nope. Because Shushu was they were hinting at it, or the commentators were hinting at it afterwards. But I think they're going to look at unification fights. Why do you say no?
I just don't. I just can't see that fight happening next.
It might not be next. I think they were doing that. Unification is the thing he's going to do because they might have to fight mandatories and stuff first. But as the winner of that fight might be a good next fight, and then unifies the WBC and the WBA belts. But how do you think he fits into like the Espinosa, Leo, Nick Ball?
Oh, he's right up there.
Mm-hmm.
He is definitely right up there.
Because generally it's Espinosa's the numero uno, generally outed. He's the number one ranked by, there's no ring champion, but he's number one ranked by ring. Leo's number 2, Ball's 3. Fulton's 4, Lopez is 5. And then you have Carrington, 6. So I think Carrington now probably moves up to 4th. Be on that list.
No, hasn't Fulton moved up a weight again?
Well, Fulton's gone out, isn't he? He was the champion.
I put him in with someone. I mean, it was a great performance by Shushu. Again, another good performance by him. Like I say, he did get wobbled.
There's a few mistakes, but I think that's on how good Castro is. And you got to give him credit for picking up somebody like Castro, who's a very, very dangerous fighter.
So
and Castro's got pop, and
it's what he wants to do next. I think. Does he want to go and try and unify? It's a strange division that no one is trying to unify in that division.
Well, I think he's the one who's saying, isn't it? The others all talk, but I mean, he has said the winner of Ball and Thingy would be a good fight because I think they can make it because that's not politically incorrect. The promoters are going to make it happen.
Yeah. Carrington, Nick Ball.
The only thing is, I might think it might be a little bit early for Shushu. I think it might be worth having 1 or 2 fights.
He's got the confidence.
He's got the confidence and he's got the skills, but I don't think he's quite got the experience.
Roman was like...
but that's what to say. I think he's got a chance. I mean, he's got a good chance. He's a tough fight for anybody in there.
If he went in against Nick Ball, I wouldn't be saying... I'd be worried for Nick Ball.
Yeah.
I really, really would.
Mm.
Maybe like throw him in against Lewis Neary, Angela Leo.
Yeah. Well, Leo would be a unification fight.
I'd go with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Sam Goodman.
Yeah.
Good name.
Has he moved up again? Sam Goodman. He was in the division, wasn't he? This fight at Nathaniel Collins is number 1.
I would like to see some unifications being made in that weight division now. So, Carrington, Nick Ball. Again, that could be a Riyadh one next year. But I don't know whether Riyadh have got a plan for Nick Ball already.
Well, I think all of them were waiting for Inoue to come up, isn't it? Because that's the biggest fight.
Inoue Nakatani, I think, let's be honest, is going to be next, isn't it?
Yeah, that's in May,
and I think if Inoue wins that...
There's nothing left for him to do at
that weight division.
So he's either going to walk off into the sunset
it will be a move up. And
that's why I don't think any of them are unifying.
And Mr. Turkey has always said...
Well, they want Nick Ball in Inoue, isn't it?
Nick Ball Inoue, haven't they? Mm. And usually what they say, they get. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, I think they're all waiting for the biggest name, despite all of them being what they are, is Inoue. And it was the biggest draw in all the lower divisions. Because I've seen a thing, people go, well, he doesn't fight or they don't make. He's basically... Well, I think he made more than Jake Paul from boxing. And if you see how much ridiculous money Jake Paul's made, he's made over 60 million in 2025.
Who doesn't fight? Who doesn't fight?
No, but they'd say he doesn't fight in the US and whatever else already. But why does he need to fight to? Because he's making over $60 million. He's a superstar.
How many times did Floyd Mayweather fight outside the US?
Yeah. I'm just addressing those comments, isn't it? There's people with nonsense. Yeah. So the reason he doesn't need to, he's the biggest name and the biggest draw by a mile.
I think
the biggest fight is him and Nakatani.
The only American who's ever bloody travelled was bloody Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
So,
which is why he was.
Yeah, they can shut up.
So yeah, I think there's a lot to do in that division. But he was an impressive performance.
It was.
Okay, as well. Castro's a tough guy, and I've got to say, there's a really good fight it was a bit to and fro as well, because like he did rock him and did move him, and
it took him a couple of rounds to get over that little head wobble, didn't it?
But I think it's good for him. That's what I mean. I think he needs to do a few of these things to get like that. To build up his experience.
It's a horrible shot that right on the top of the head, because it proper wobbles your equilibrium.
He was buzzed. Well, he said it himself. Yeah, I was buzzed, but it's a good comeback and a recovery and everything else. And like Castro made a contest. These were good contests.
No, they were good.
So
this is what
you need.
Season should be about, these 50-50 cards. And it was, they were like, most of them were like 50. Maybe Keyshawn Ortiz wasn't.
Well, no, I would say it is, but I think Keyshawn probably made it like 60-40 rather than thingy. And obviously Teo and Shakur turned into like 90.
Does Shushu go on and become great?
He's got the potential to.
Okay.
I think. But like, it's a tough division. So, in my opinion, Espinosa is the best in that division. But I think he could probably beat Leo and Nick Ball, as much as I hate to say that.
Okay.
But I think both Leo and Nick Ball have a little bit more experience right at this time. That's not to say he couldn't step up and do it. I think that's what he needs, some tough opponents like Castro at 1 or 2 fights. Then that's Nick Ball time and Leo time, unification fights. But I wouldn't be surprised if they unify against the winner of Nick Ball and Figueroa. It'd be an interesting fight. It's a tough fight for both of them.
We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. All right, we'll jump one because we'll do Ammo Williams. We're supposed to be Carlos Adames and Ammo Williams, and we did have, like we said, close but a tough fight and then I think we both had Adames to win by points.
Yeah.
So we were right about the points, but it wasn't Adames that he fought. It was Ammo Williams versus Wendy Toussaint, I think. Toussaint, who fortunately stepped in and saved the fight. Pretty much one-sided affair, really.
Yeah,
Ammo Williams
they're
was
horrible.
So to just say, good.
Great for stepping in.
Thank you to Toussaint for stepping in.
And they can be difficult because you've been training to fight such a person, so you gain.
It can be banana skins potentially, isn't it?
So
I think good performance by Ammo Williams. Well, we said he's a good boxer in it, so it was a good performance, pretty much one way, and a unanimous decision. So sorted. I thought I'd do that one before we get into the next one, and then we had the comedic event of the comedic breakup between the other fights: Jarrell, Miller, and Kingley, Ibeh.
Well, the highlight, there was only one highlight in that fight, wasn't there?
I'll leave it to you to.
Is Barnett getting banged off?
Yeah. Ibeh hits him so hard he knocked his head off. That is.
What the hell is all that about?
No idea. Just like, what's going on there? Ibeh started better. I think he motored him down.
Jarrell Miller.
But Jarrell was smart. He was targeting the body.
Is useless. Now he's not on steroids. I'm going to say it. He is.
He's not on his performance enhancing
absolutely
material.
Overweight.
Oh, I was going to mention the weight. Let me just carry on. I'm going to find him what it is.
He is. But he's doing it too often now. And then he'll say, give me a longer camp. I don't even think he should be fighting, to be fair.
I mean, he did have like the comedic value. So it's 317.5 pounds. I mean, Ibeh was big. He's 288, but 317.5. It's not his heaviest because he was 333 versus Daniel Dubois. Although that was, I think, a little bit less. And then he has been as high as 340.
He definitely loves a cheeseburger, doesn't he? Look, he got another victory. Does he for me?
Because when he was on his best, he was around about 280, 270, 280.
He's never
which is probably his size. He's too big now.
He's not. He's not a heavyweight contender for me.
Yeah.
He's not a top 10 guy for me. I've got no time for him, to be fair. And, we're meant to be impartial on here, but I really don't have any time for him.
Well, what I was going to say is he really relevant?
No, he's
in
not.
The division, because there's so many good heavyweights.
He had a good fight lined up against Fabio Wardley. I mean, and the build up to that was absolutely disgusting, and I'm glad it got cancelled because I didn't want to hear Jarrell Miller talking anymore. He takes that banter too far.
Yeah.
And I don't think it is banter with him. I think he gets personal and horrible. And I don't know why they're giving him opportunities. Is it because of this? He's good on the microphone.
Well, I think it's a little bit of a draw, but the problem is now in the heavyweight division, when there was less contenders, he was a contender. But then he's gone off the rails and he's not a contender. And now there's so many other people ahead of him. You know, if you do the ring list, you've got Usyk, Wardley, Kabayel, Dubois, Hrgovic, Zhang, Bakoli, Toma, Ajagba, Torres Jr., Gasayev. And you could carry on, there's more people. You know, he is not near the top of that list. He's not in the top 10, 11 there.
He's not relevant. And he
you know, and if you take out of that, you got Frank Sanchez, who's, you know, really good. You got even Chisora should be there. Lawrence Okoli, Guido Vianella, you know, Jared Anderson. There's up and coming ones. That Atanga that was on the fight card looks really good. All right, a bit too soon for him. Justice Hooney, even.
Look, he's
not relevant amongst any of them. I don't think really.
That's why I've got no time for him. He had the world.
He had the opportunities and then he's messed it up. So
yeah, and unfortunately, there's no disguising that fact that he messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Him.
Yeah,
no one else.
Can't blame anybody else.
And he's very, very lucky to be getting shots.
Yeah. I mean, and this is a close fight.
At least he's been paid so we can buy a new hairpiece now.
You can get his hair fixed. That was the entertainment of it. The fight was, I mean, to be fair, Ibeh started good and then he's gassed out. Miller with the body shots, partially responsible. And I think Ibeh gave it everything. Miller's still there and then he's just taking over the last rounds. But I mean, it was not an epic performance where you go.
Nothing.
Yeah. The best part was like when he got punched and his hair came off. So yeah. I think that's that. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about. I only wanted to talk about the hair. To be fair, that's
it was hilarious. The highlights, it's like a cartoon, wasn't it?
So he is entertainment value, but like I don't think there's really relevant in the heavyweight division.
If I'm fighting him and I knock someone's hair off, like I can't continue because I am pissing myself. I am pissing myself laughing.
Yeah,
honest to God,
that's how he beat him. That was his game plan. Make Ibeh laugh so much that he's gassed out laughing.
I mean, what did he say? He went to his mum's and like used their shampoo and it was... Mate, just shut up.
The wrong shampoo or something like that or whatever it is.
That's so bad. I'd just shave it all off.
Good. To be fair to him, he threw it off and then he's made a joke about it. So
yeah, but he has to, doesn't he?
Yeah, but it's not a bad response. But yeah, I don't want to talk about who he can fight. So yeah, let us know your thoughts on the hairpiece and the Miller fight and obviously Yama Williams's result. And like and subscribe. I'm just reading on here. They're aiming to make Fury and Joshua for the Mexican Independence Day card.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. I know you're really looking forward to that fight. So I'll just mention it.
Doesn't Canelo usually fight on the Mexican Independence Day?
Yeah, well, I think that's what they're doing. But I think Canelo's, is it being moved or something? I read somewhere. But I think it's going to be like a co-main event. So it'll be Canelo versus somebody as well, and that as a co-main event.
Yeah, I seen Hamza Shiraz has got a fight.
Against Pacheco?
No.
Oh. There was rumours of that.
No, it's not Pacheco. I think they've tried to make that fight and it hasn't happened.
Mm-hmm. Because there's talk of Hamza versus Canelo for that card, for the Independence Day card.
It's a game. It's for a title, obviously.
Well, while you're searching, Sebastian Fundora, Keith Thurman. for March the 28th. So, yeah. You're right about mentioning Thurman. So, that one.
Alan Begic.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sebastian Fundora and Keith Thurman on the
Yeah.
March 28th, which I think you sent me anyway. But, yeah, that's been confirmed.
Well, that's blew my little prediction out the water of having, like...
Well, I don't think
Keith
it's that far
Thurman
because you're
against-
saying Keith Thurman's relevant in the division,
Yeah.
so he's fighting
There
one of
you
the
go.
champions. So, yeah. And then the winner, maybe. Wilder and Chisora, we've said. There's a few coming up, isn't it, on these things? So
Yeah.
Muratalla and Cruz, because we didn't really get to do that. So we just say that was, we couldn't do the after card, unfortunately. But I think even Muratalla's in that, in the super. He's in the lightweight division, isn't he?
Yeah. I was just looking because I heard another fight was announced.
While you're looking. So, yeah, I think we should give kudos to, both to Muratalla and Cruz because it was an epic fight. Bit to and fro. But Muratalla for pulling that off because a lot of people, I mean, what did we have? Yeah, you had Cruz on points. I had Muratalla on points. That's why we're going to mention it because I was right. But it was I think both of them made them, even Cruz and losing made. It's only like his 7th fight, isn't it? So, and Muratalla stays unbeaten. And then in that lightweight division.
Yeah, I heard a rumour yesterday in an interview with Jaya Pataya that he has still got the Michaelian fight and it's happening in March.
Yeah. Opataya's next fight is in March.
Um,
It's March the 24th or something, or March the 4th, 8th or something.
and I think they are trying to get...
Because they've announced that because it's on Zuffer, isn't it? So they've announced the fight, 4th of March. March the 8th.
Yeah, but I don't...
the Meta in Las Vegas, but they haven't announced the opponent. But there's a lot of speculation it's Michaelian. Because his basic reason for leaving Matchroom was that he's not got a big enough fight. So they've got to be a relevant fight, isn't it? And I think, well, we did speculate it, didn't we? That it's there's a lot of speculation that that's the unification fight, isn't it?
And Richardson Hitchens is fighting Duarte.
Duarte,
Yeah.
Oscar Duarte. Yeah, that's
on the undercard of Garcia Barrios.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because they didn't announce the undercard, did we? So we didn't do the undercard fights until recently.
The undercard, just quickly,
that's a good fight.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
Very good. Russell versus Hiroka. Tough.
Very Russell, tough fight. Hirioka's, I think, the mandatory or challenger.
Frank Martin will be on there.
Against Albright, yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a good fight. Super
not
lightweight.
bad.
And Richards Hitchens Duarte. I think Duarte is one of the sort of mandatories for there as well. So they'd like the mandatory. But they're good fights. That's a tough
coming
fight.
Up. Good fights, and I think
Garcia Barrios is a tempting fight.
Yeah, there's a lot of good fights to be announced. I think we've basically the first. If we break the year down into 3, the first quarter is done, near enough.
Yeah.
Now we're going for the second quarter. I think them fights will get announced in the next month.
Yeah.
Well,
they're starting from March, innit? Because there's Opatayas and now there's Fondoras. I think there's going to be some more.
I think
April, you've got fights.
You've got some big fights coming up. I think they'll sort out Bivol, Beterbiev.
Yeah, because I think Bivol's he said he's getting back to full fitness. So it's probably that fight will be made at some point.
Conor Benn against
somebody. He's called out everybody in a dog.
You've got him. I reckon you'll have the Inoue
Nakatani's May in Tokyo Dome.
Yeah.
I don't think they've confirmed a date, but it is May. That's what they're aiming for.
That'll be a big undercard as well,
Yeah. They'll have
that will be a big undercard.
Well, you've got to. Well, it's in the Tokyo Dome, which is a 55,000.
They haven't had a fight in the Riyadh yet, have they? For a while.
No.
So I bet you there's a big Riyadh card
will there be
as well.
This Ring 6 was really good, so they're going to be Ring 7. You would expect to be epic as well because they've sort of they've sort of mixed it up and then got better now. And this was a really good.
There's other fighters to still be announced. I think you got Boots Ennis. I don't think they're going to wait around much longer for Ortiz.
Well, Ortiz probably isn't going to be their next fight, so I think both of them will have fights, and then they'll be if they can get it together. So
yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah,
Looking
it's
good.
looking good as a boxing year, and there's I think a lot of
So you boxers best off fighting 2 or 3 times a year to make it even better.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, we've done a couple of fights, but then like you've got March, you've got Atoma and Franklin as well at the Atoma Franklin event, which was cancelled.
Yeah.
And so Fundora Thurman is on the same day. Well, it's going to be later. It's in Vegas, but
Don't mind that. Just a long.
you've got the
night
whole
for us.
Manchester. Yeah, it's a lot more to watch.
Good.
Wilder Chisora is the 4th of April. So you've got that one coming up.
The one to watch out for this.
Fury Makhmudov, 11th of April.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 weekends.
The one I am looking out for this year is McKenna.
Yeah.
He's my boy. He's my pick for
dark
this year.
horse.
He's going places.
I think he's under the radar a little bit.
Yeah.
So he is.
He's my boy this year. Look out for him.
Mm-hmm. We will do. Well, we'll be doing the fight. So.
Telling you, he's future world champion.
So let us know in the comments what you think of Simon's dark horse prediction. All the fights we've been through, the fights coming up, the fights you'd like to see be made and confirmed. And if you know any that we've missed, please let us know in the comments that we should mention. Like and subscribe. And follow us on Instagram at GenuineFakeBoxing. Follow us on TikTok at GenuineFakeBoxing. They're starting to move a little bit now. We've got some shorter form content. And obviously follow us on here. And
Okay,
we'll see you
very
in the next
quickly before you go. Who's Usyk fight next? Pick a name.
Pick a name.
Go.
Nobody.
He retires.
Wilder.
Okay.
Wilder. Usyk Wilder. You heard it here. Well, that's what I think they're predicting anyway. That's Usyk's Wilder's warm-up with Chisora. Both the 50-50.
Chisora going to smash Wilder to pieces?
Well, that's the problem. I think he might destroy the plan.
Smashing him. Usyk's next fight for me.
Go on.
Tyson Fury at Wembley.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Assuming Fury comes through Makhmudov and then
He will. Too quick.
AJ, I think, as well, probably. And then, yeah.
Beautiful.
If AJ comes back. Cool. Yep. Thank you very much. See you in the next one.